then, mate. Okay. Thank you. I like yours as well. Right, here we go. Yarn, you're okay. You can join us now, Yarn. Here we go. Well done, Yarn. Well done. Right, we'll do another run through in your set list for you, Yarn. Okay? Is that okay? In a second. Caroline's going to do a full run through. Dave, you can do another run through if you want, pal. Yeah, to try and get rid of that. Yeah. I know you're already feeling better, aren't you?
I am alright.
Good lad. You're going to show off tonight. That's what you're all going to do. You're just going to show off, okay? Here we go. Our next act, Go Wild. That was Jan Roger Hendon. Woo! All the way back. He's got his Viking ship in the canal. Right, anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to welcome on stage. Oh, he's a director of an aviation company. Wow. That's a bit posh, isn't it? I know. He's from West Derby. Very nice. Please welcome on stage, Go Wild and Crazy, for Mr. Thomas Hughes.
Right, okay, so my turns in the road are, I'm going to say, it's amazing to be here raising money for charity. I'm also going to talk about how Bren's had me locked in a basement for 6 weeks, forcing comedy down my throat. I'm going to talk about getting married in July and then divorced in January. I'm going to talk about chlamydia. I'm going to tell you I can't catch it twice. Then I'm going to tell you about the Dalai Lama quote. Then I'm going to talk about dating over 35. Then I'm going to talk about women in the 30s. Then talk about job interviews, lying on job interviews. Then I'm going to talk about speed dating, kids. I'm going to get this one right. So we'll talk about kids. Do you want kids? Job. Then it's have you got a car. Then it's being 6 foot. Then it's having a tiny dish.
Good.
Then all true. And then after that, I'm going to talk about going to town, getting back on the horse, talk about being in the kebab shop, bog eye, kebab grease and mayo. And then I'm going to talk about thanks for coming, I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, thanks for coming, I appreciate it. She's still not looking at me. Then I'm going to talk about getting invited to a holiday in Dubai. Then I'm going to talk about the Emirates, how gorgeous they are, how beautiful they are. I'm not going to be misogynistic.
No.
And then I'm going to talk about someone setting an egg bomb off, Mexican standoff, poo in my face, my nostrils are burning, my eyes are watering. And then I'm going to talk about, I've got to remember, Jeremy Beadle, I forgot about that. Then I'm going to talk about Alejandra and the Venezuelan. And then I'm going to talk about my friend, you're a lovely guy, but your fat smell like pure shite. And if you can't love yourself, no one else can. Thank you.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll remember because it'll be in the story. That was absolutely fantastic. Well done there, Tom. Happy days. Ladies and gentlemen, last act, 9 amazing acts. Headline in his first ever show. No pressure there, back there, right? He's fabulous, don't worry, right? And our last act tonight is from Crosby. That's a bit nice, isn't it? Yes. And works as an IT trainer. Please go wild and crazy for the wonderful Mr. Adam Shaw.
Hi folks, good to be here. So when I told my friend that I was going to do stand-up comedy, the first thing she said to me was, "Why?" And I said, "It's just how I piss." Then I'm going to go into having epilepsy, how many people have epilepsy, taking loads of drugs, flash photography, shit my pants, taking loads of drugs, flash photography. Then I'm going to go into what to do if somebody has a seizure. Then we're going to all say hello to my mum. Then I'm going to talk about having a Catholic background, going to Church of England school, not getting nonce up. Then I'm going to talk about sexy priests and how gay Catholicism is. Then I'm going to talk about when I realised that I was gay and somebody being wet for me. Then I'm going to talk about work and me being wet for somebody. Then I'm going to say thanks and give you back to Bren.
Hey! Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Adam there, go on. Woo! Right. So, well done, everyone. So, be aware that the nerves bit, the most dangerous time is when you're behind that curtain, like because you're in the traps, then aren't you? You're ready to go, and that's where it's okay to have your set list, because just reassures you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Know what I'm going to start with. Know what I'm going to finish with. Start and finish is the most important. It's the winners. Okay, you win at the start and you win at the end. Okay, doesn't matter if we don't know. The audience don't know what you're going to say. Don't know how long your act is. Doesn't matter. Okay, main thing is that you carry on. The mission is getting up there, looking like a comedian, getting off there looking like a comedian. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, dead easy. Caroline, come and do your run through.
The whole thing?
No, but whatever you want to do. Did you want to do the run through? Or do you want to do?
I don't want to bore everybody else.
You're not going to bore anyone, but it's for you. Do you want to? Because you would. Yeah. Go on. Come on. It's all right. Everyone can mooch around. I'll watch. Okay. So just come up and do it. You'll be right. You know what you're doing. Okay. Happy days. Just go through it. If you want to go through it again, Dave. Anyone wants to go through? We've got time.
Right.
Okay. Go
So,
on, my lovely.
obviously, I won't remember all, but basically, so the intro that I'm going to go with, you just tell me what you think. I've got quite a lot of people coming now, and a lot of them, you might say this.
We're going to go mad.
Well, the one thing is, this is what I'm going to say it deliberately. So you might not like this first bit, but I think it will work with the people who've got coming, right?
Doesn't matter.
So I'm going to say, are you filming this?
He's not going
to.
to.
No pressure. I don't have to use everything.
Fine, that's fine. So I have literally gone blank. It's just a pure nerves thing, yeah.
I know, but you're going to get that later on.
So I'll do all right. Well, last time I went nervous, then when it came out was fine. So I'm just going to go from the start, right? Okay. You're all very brave in the front row, aren't you? I mean, obviously, I'm not going to pick on anybody. It's not working, or am I on? Yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to pick on anyone. It's a beginner's comedy night, so no one's getting roasted. So if you don't heckle me, we'll have a deal. If you don't heckle me, I won't jump off the stage and punch you in the face. All right? That's what I was thinking was a bit. Yeah. Okay. So the reason I was worried about those in the front row was because at any point I could actually wet myself, so there might be splashback. Prefer that, yeah.
It's your routine.
It is. Well, yeah. Okay. Right. So I said that anyway about the splashback thing. All right. Yeah. Okay. I can forget the other bit. I'm not fussed about that. I say the front row splashback. All right. Oh my God. I
So that's why we're doing this. Yeah.
Right. I was putting the video off the back. I just thought we'd do it to you, but they're all watching there.
Doesn't matter. They're only about to see the boss. Go on.
Fuck off. Go on.
Yeah, go on.
I just want to try and remember you do the edit. Still there staring at me. You're like when everyone is, but he's freaking out.
And shall I start as well?
Like, fuck off, mate.
Shall I?
Go on.
Right, so I'm going to do that bit and then we go. Now, bear in mind, when I was asked to do this, I had just binge watched the whole of Baby Reindeer on Netflix. So bear in mind, I've just watched a struggling comedian play to completely empty venues at the Edinburgh Fringe, then got himself a mad stalker for the best part of a year, then was force-fed Class A drugs, and finally was anally violated by a ginger. So I rang the organisers. And I said, I'm in. See, I'm not particularly bothered by dodgy characters or weirdos, Dave. No. See, I'm not particularly bothered by dodgy characters or weirdos because I have been out with most of them. So I have actually dated across the spectrum. Oh no, I mean, sorry, people on the spectrum. So, like, I had foster boyfriends who I looked after until they found their forever home. I went out with a guy with some serious health conditions. He suffered from diabetes, just couldn't tell the truth. He also had debilitating, I'll just say bad bouts, I think I'll say. He had bad bouts of diarrhea, where he just chatted shit. And then towards the end, I think he must have had a lobotomy, because he was literally brain dead if he thought I would believe another word he said. And do you know what? On my way here, I saw him in the Asda, and he was still alive, but he told me he couldn't live without me. More lies. I just got a bit wrong that, but I remember it better, yeah. So then,
comments on it, come on, let's get
no,
it.
no, I'm sort of telling it to you. But so then I tried a poly relationship, tried to get with the times, tried a poly relationship, but that ended quite abruptly because he hadn't told his wife about me or me about his wife. So then I thought I'd be a lesbian. That was very brief. So that was actually last Tuesday, 5:15 to about 5:17, when I went to the doctor's to get my bloods taken, and she said, "Put your hand out." So I rested it on the stool next to me, sat down. And then she came along, didn't see my arm, and sat on it accidentally and said, "Make a fist." It wasn't my most fulfilling relationship, but it wasn't the smallest prick I've ever had either. So, yeah, to be honest, once I hit my 50s, dating is completely different. I've got different criteria in my 50s. Are you breathing? That's my only rule. Not bothered about house, car, job, own hair, own teeth. Just, are they alive? If you're alive, then let's go out, but sooner rather than later, just in case, yeah? I mean, I obviously dated mainly in the 80s and early 90s, and it was very, very different then. So when I was dating back then, if you wanted to meet somebody, you had to go out. You had to go out to the pub, or out to your local nightclub, or you could be dating somebody you met in school. I mean, not if you're a teacher, that was still frowned upon even back in the 80s. So, but nowadays, it's completely different. Nowadays, they stay home to meet people. They stay home and they look online, and they look to see, like a girl would see which guy's got the most likes on Instagram, and she'll go with that. Or maybe she'll look at if his TikToks have gone viral and go with that. And then they narrow it down from a short list of all the dick pics they've been sent. Again, I'm pre-digital. We didn't have dick pics. I mean, we sent our photographs to the chemist. We actually physically took them to the chemist. They would develop them, and a week later we get them back. So it would have been a very brave guy in the 80s who would have took 20 cock shots, walked into his local super snaps and risked the police being there, or even worse, the staff pointing and laughing. So that didn't happen at all. But the 80s is my comfort zone for dating. And I will tell you about a date I went on in the 80s, which it wasn't probably my best one, but I think you'll like the story. So I've gone out in the 80s, and I've late 80s, met a guy who was actually an actor on Brookside. I'm not shamelessly name dropping, because honestly, I'm not going to tell you his name, because he was not a catch, right? I will just say it wasn't Sinbad and it wasn't Harry Cross, okay? So this guy, for an actor, he was actually really, really reserved for an actor. He really didn't like to engage with people, which was a shame, because whenever he saw people and they saw him in the street, they'd always like pull down the car window and shout things like, "Rob the plod, you dickhead." So yeah, but anyway, so he said to me, "Do you want to come out to a restaurant?" It was just opening. It was a new Indian restaurant in Allerton, and it was Valentine's night, absolutely heaving. And he said to me, "Come out to this restaurant. We'll have this nice night out." We got to the restaurant. Now we didn't have influencers back then. We just had what we call posers. But we got there, and this restaurant is full of them. There's like a couple of celebrities there, a couple of Liverpool football players. There's Pete Price, of fucking course. And there's the guest of honour was Derek Hatton, if you remember him. He was the militant leader at the time of what was called Liverpool City Council. So they've sat us in the middle row, the middle table in the middle row, and we are centre of attention. So we're sat down, I put my bag down at the side of me, we order our food, all good. Then I can't really see what's going on, so I think to myself, do you know what? I don't want to rubberneck, because he hates the attention, so I'll pretend I'm going to the toilet and I can have a good look around the restaurant. So I got up to leave to go to the toilet, and I can only describe the step I did. I've got it from my seat, and I've gone to walk towards the toilet, and I didn't realise that my handbag strap was round my ankle. So as I've stepped away, for some reason, because I'm tall and because I'm super clumsy, I've done what I can only describe as a massive goose step. It was basically like a cross. It was like if Hitler and a giraffe had a baby. And bear in mind, I'm showing you the step now. These hips are 55-year-old hips. They don't do what 20-year-old hips did. So it was a lot higher. Imagine it a lot higher, okay? So I've done this kick. And as I've kicked, my handbag has flown across the Indian restaurant. It's like a fucking gold pinata in the sky. Everything flew out of it, all onto the tables, into people's poppadoms. And all I can do is stand there. I'm travelling quite light. I've just got like my cigarettes, my lighter, another spare lighter, somebody else's lighter. I've got tampons, I've got money, I've got makeup, I've got a litre of vodka, the usual stuff we had on a night out. So I stand there, I watch everything land on the tables, and I just think, oh my God, I just need to pick everything up and get out of here. So I've reached across first of all, I've got my brush out of Derek Hatton's biryani. I've reached out to get me a litre of vodka off Barry Venison, bit of a struggle there, got it off him.
Keep it going, good.
Reached out to get me a litre of vodka off Barry Venison, bit of a struggle, got it off him. And then I bent down to pick up my money. Now I need to let you know at this point, I was wearing an outfit that at the time was cutting edge for the 80s. Ski pants with a tight bodysuit. Now ski pants were tight trousers, made even tighter by the strap that went under the foot. So as I bent down, these pants are like a fully loaded catapult ready to go off. And as I bent down in this completely silent restaurant, there's just this loud ripping noise as my pants rip right from crotch to waistband. I am frozen in the restaurant like this, and everyone's just looking at me. And I really don't know what to do. So I thought, just get to the toilet. So I'm trying to hold my pants together as I'm scuttling to the toilet, and this waiter picks up 2 menus, runs behind me, and is holding